Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had an excellent weekend. This week we're going to learn about cicadas. There's thousands of different species. Right now I'm holding a bunch of the exoskeletons they leave behind. I'm sure you guys find them on... Oh, there goes one. Maybe the dog will eat it. I'm sure you find them on trees or fence posts, or when they crawl out of the ground, the nymphs crawl out of the ground, they shed these exoskeletons and emerge as adults. So, we're going to do a project based on the cicada life cycle. Let me set these little guys down. Alright, so you guys are going to make a poster of the life cycle of a cicada. So the first thing I want you to do is go into the email, the lesson plan, and at the very bottom there's a link for 2 short videos, and then also a link for a document that it's just a short article about the life cycle of the cicada. So if you could watch the videos, read the article, and then that should give you enough information to make your poster. So you're going to need a big white piece of paper. If you don't have a big piece of paper, you could tape printer paper together, or if you have to do it small, that would be okay too. It's just a little hard to fit the writing into the circles if you have a smaller space. So it's your big piece of paper. The first thing you're going to do at the top here is you're going to write your title. So it's going to be something similar to this, the life cycle of the cicada, or cicada life cycle, whatever you think. And then below it, you're going to want to get a circular object to make these circles. So you can see they're pretty big, about the size of my hand. I have a protractor. I use that. You could use an oatmeal lid from an oatmeal canister, maybe a roll of masking tape, but a pretty nice size. You want a pretty nice size circle. So starting at the top, you want to make 6 circles that follow kind of a circular pattern. So you want 6 of those circles. And then you want to put an arrow in between each circle so that it follows a circle clockwise. You want to go clockwise. Alright, so once you have your circles and your arrows drawn, you are going to, at the very top, the topmost circle, wherever that is on your page, you want to write the first step of the life cycle. And the first step of any living creature's life cycle starts with the fertilized egg. So write down in your own words what you learned about the egg of a cicada. And for, let's see, I didn't fill in the circles because I wanted you guys to think of your own way to put things. But over here on this whiteboard, so for 2nd and 3rd grade, you might say in your very first circle, you might say, a female cicada lays its eggs in a branch. So you could keep it simple. It could be a sentence. If you're in 4th or 5th grade, you should try to add more details. So I wrote, a female cicada uses its ovipositor. It almost looks like a stinger. In the video they show it. It looks like a black long stinger. That's just a tube. Grasshoppers have them too. That's how they lay their eggs. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Female cicada uses ovipositor to make a groove in a branch. She lays her eggs in the groove where the larva will be able to feed on the tree fluids. So it has quite a bit more detail than this more simple sentence. So whatever your writing level is, include that information. So the egg will be at the top, and then you want to move around the circle. There's the 6 steps, and then it'll actually come full circle. So your last step you write will lead into the laying of fertilized eggs again. If you want to, in each circle you could draw an illustration. So you could draw the eggs, what the nymphs look like. You could draw them burrowing. That's optional though. That's up to you. But in the middle of your life cycle, I do want you to include an illustration of the cicada. So once again, in the email lesson plan, there's a PDF of how to draw a cicada step by step. That's what I used to draw mine. And in the PDF, they used watercolor to color their illustration. If you want to do that, I would use a thick paper, paint your cicada and then cut it out and then paste it onto your poster. I just used marker and colored pencil for mine. But I did use a little bit of a nicer paper because this is a pretty thin paper. So you can put your illustration on it. Once you have your steps, then your life cycle should be complete. So I hope you find it interesting. I learned a few things about cicadas that I didn't know. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and we will talk to you soon.